Welcome everybody. I'm Little B from Restro Garage and Mods. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to purchase a vehicle. We're going to just use, for instance, we're going to use a 70 Chevelle. I'm going to take you back and front to back on this vehicle and how to look at the vehicle, how to figure out how to purchase a vehicle, make sure that you're in the right mindset when you're purchasing this project. We're going to be using a Chevelle Facebook Marketplace. I'll put a disclaimer out there from the beginning. No point intended. I'm just giving you a professional opinion from someone who's been doing this, restoring cars and selling cars for over 20 years in the industry. We're not going to talk about people's prices. We will be discussing prices. However, we're not going to be talking about what a person wants for their vehicle. That's totally up to you, man. Shoot for the stars, hit the ditch. I don't care. It got nothing to do with me. If I'm buying something or if I'm putting my money into a project, I want to make sure that I am maximizing the efforts in what I'm putting into the vehicle. Okay, so we're going to start off. We're just simply clicking the Facebook Marketplace. We're going to just click Chevelle, see what pops up. As you're seeing my screen as I'm doing this real time. Okay, got a list, got a couple vehicles that are somewhat decent on the market, and I'm really looking for that iconic muscle year, like 68's a one-off year. Nice. You got a 69 right here. But most people think 1970 Chevelle. The Rock was in it. Going to 60 seconds. You name it. Everybody has a Chevelle. 1970 dual headlights. Either red paint, white stripes, blue paint, white stripes, or black paint, white stripes. For whatever reason, the world is locked in on a 70 Chevelle and everybody wants one. Therefore, that market is pretty saturated, but all at the same time, it is pretty expensive. It's hard to get that project or that vehicle that you want to sit in your garage the way you want it to be. However, as we all know, we all buy projects. So right now, as I'm looking through these vehicles and I'm searching, I did come across a couple. And right now, we'll just use this 69 Chevelle. It's not quite the 70, it's not quite the iconic year, but it is a good year for Chevelle. I've owned a few Chevelles in my lifetime, and this is something that's a great starting point for someone who wants a great muscle car. So let's click in on it. Okay, $12,000. Let's just take a look at some of the pictures. Not the best of quality of pictures. However, it's still a vehicle. It's showing a vehicle with a front clip on it. Let's continue. You see, somebody's been doing some kind of body work on the vehicle. That blue paint on that vehicle could have been the original color. However, I highly doubt it. There's a 50-50 chance that could be the correct paint. It needs a lot of work. It does. Let's just talk about it. It needs a lot of work here. Front clips missing again in certain pictures. Front clip is on in certain pictures. It's just a roller. $12,000, you're getting a roller. You don't know what is the quality of product, what you got going on there, and you're going to have to put quite a bit of money into this vehicle. Looking into it continuously, like I said, somebody's working on paint. Don't know what that's looking like. Let's look at that motor. Not your traditional 350. However, it's not your traditional 350. This is actually a Vortec motor. If you look at those valve covers, you'll see that is a Vortec motor. That is still a 350. However, it's like maybe late 80s, early 90s in a 1965 Chevelle. Not numbers matching. I'm not a person that is actually all about numbers. I cannot stand a person who comes in, oh my God, my numbers are matching. It's the best this, the best that. So what? It's a car. Drive it. Me personally, I'll LS swap it. Be done. Put a badass motor in it and drive it off into the sunset. I don't care about all original numbers matching. So if you are looking for that person that can teach you all about numbers and matching the numbers, guess what? I'm not your guy. I'm the guy that gets the job done. Get it back on the road, get it driving, getting people and that customer to enjoy that vehicle. That's why they call me Little B from Restro Garage. So as we continue to look forward in these pictures, we come across some paint. Don't even care about that. It's beyond, doesn't matter. That's not even the best quality of paint out there on the market. Don't care. All I want to know is, what does this vehicle have? What can I do with this vehicle? And how much is it going to cost me to put it back together? So we're just going to pause again right at that picture, that view. Okay, cow hood on a 1969 Chevelle. Okay, we're live here, guys. So forgive me. I'm going to say whatever I feel, and you don't like it, so be it. Cow hood, 69 Chevelle, no interior, barely any primer, Only God knows what's underneath that primer. We couldn't tell you what's in the motor, how many miles the motor has on it, how much miles the transmission has on it, what kind of gears is in the rear end, has the rear end ever been serviced ever, all the way down to the gas tank. Okay, $12,000 straight for a vehicle. $12,000, you're going. Average paint job right now is $12,000 to $15,000 for a paint job. If I was at the body shop, which I have worked at the body shop for multiple years, once again, facts check me and look at some of my work. I'm gonna strip that down to bare metal. If I'm gonna charge you $12,000 for a paint job, or $15,000 or $20,000 for a paint job, that's going to bare metal. I can't guarantee my work until I see what's underneath. Therefore, let's just say for number purposes, $15,000, $12,000 for the car, $15,000 for the paint job. Okay, you're already at 20. What is this? 12 and 15. Okay, you're at $27,000. 27 grand. You haven't even touched the engine. Brakes, tire setup, another $5,000. Interior, another $8,000. You don't like my numbers? I'm just giving you the truth. I've done this, and on the next few episodes, you'll see me talking with some of the industry's latest people, designing with some of the greatest materials, and putting together vehicles and their averages. We're not going to be talking solid numbers because everybody's project is going to be different. However, we're going to be talking numbers. Where it hurts the pocketbook. You're already at $32,000. You haven't touched that. Another $5,000, just say for average for the wheels. You're at $37,000. Okay, you haven't even touched that interior. So let's do another 8. You're at 42,000. Okay, I'm at 42 grand to get the car that I like. Wow. $42,000 that I'm going to put into this car before it ever hits the road the way I would like to see it. And I didn't even get into the logistics of the actual logistics. We'll break it down more. I just want you to think. And I want you to ponder on that. $42,000 from a $12,000 project. Is it even worth buying? Or could we use a secondary option? We're going to stop right there. We're going to just keep strolling, okay? See a couple other ones. Look, 1971 out of Vegas. Never know. Dry City, Dry County. Probably got, some good metal, okay? I see a 1965 Malibu. $8,500. Looks like a complete car to me. Probably running. Probably a good option. Let's scroll down a little bit. 1971, 1970. The iconic, the most wanted vehicle in God knows how long. Next to the Bel Air. Okay, $30,000. They had it at 35. They dropped it down to 35,000. Not the right color. Not my choice of color. Not my choice of wheels. Disc brake upgrade on the rear. I can already see it from there. But it's a complete car. It used to be a vinyl top. They kept the trimming, and they just didn't put it back on the top. So it means that they probably had to do some body work, probably with some rust at one point in time on that portion of the vehicle. However, just judging the pictures, it's a complete vehicle. All original bench seat interior tells me that it wasn't an SS model. However, it's still a 1970 Chevelle. Okay. Look at this. Complete motor. Brake booster. Even the AC box is still there. Like I said, this brake setup, CTSV, it's going to be like a 2010, 2012 CTSV disc brake setup. Means that they probably went inside their rear end and probably did a little bit of work. More than likely, I can guarantee you can put that money into those wheels and brakes, which is a bigger brake setup. That's like a 12 or 13 inch rotor. You're going to have probably a posi in it with some 373s. I want 373s. That's the numbers that everybody's going with, and more than likely, they probably got them. Pause right there. All right, guys. We're at 43,000 roughly for a $12,000 build. This car is already here on the market, drivable and running. I can drive it away right now for $30,000. What do you think is the better option? $42,000, maybe 15 years later, down the road, because I really don't know what I'm doing. I'm taking it apart piece by piece. I'm ordering all of these parts, and guess what? Prices go up. It happened to me quite a few times. But I think I'm doing it the right way. I done watch Barrett Jackson. I watch all of these people, and oh my gosh, make them, and that's how it's supposed to be. Ground up restoration. I'm doing it right. 20 years later, your car's still on jack stands. You'll never get it running. Or instead of me putting in $42,000 in the last 20 years or even more, because prices, things become obsolete, parts become old and brittle and old. That motor, you'll probably rebuild it twice because you didn't like the first setup. You don't want to do it, and you're going to do it again. Me personally, don't care. I'll probably LS swap it. I am not a numbers guy. That vehicle right there is $30,000. I probably would be giving that person a call to go check out that vehicle if I was in the market for a 1970 Chevelle. I'm going to go see that car. Talk numbers that actually make sense. Remember, I have to factor in that was a vinyl top car. More than likely, I probably would like to put the vinyl top back on that car. On top of, I'm not running around in banana yellow. But at least I got a good starting point, knowing that my paint job would cost me anywhere between $12,000 to $15,000. Put that paint job on top of that $30,000, and guess what I have? A complete vehicle, the color that I want. More than likely, I'll find the wheels that I want, and I didn't break the bank. I still have majority of the money that I needed to put into that car. Easy. It's a drivable vehicle. That is great, and I can upgrade as I go. I want you to think about these things as I'm sharing these videos with you, sharing my knowledge with you, and I want you to understand that, hey, I've done it both ways. Ground up restoration, buy, change, and flip. That's been my expertise for over the last 20 years. I'm Little B from Chiz's Restro Garage. You guys have a good night. Welcome everyone. I'm Little B from Chiz's Restro Garage and Mods. Today we're going to be talking about a 1970 Chevelle, okay? We're going to go from front to back to front. I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to purchase that Chevelle. Plenty of people want to buy projects or get into restoring a new car. Well, I'm here today to show you exactly how to restore cars the best way possible with the least amount of effort, okay? Put this out there in the atmosphere. Excuse me.